Great morning. Hey, good morning, Naya. How you doing? So this is just an Ask Me Anything Friday. Naya, listen, next month is Women's History Month. I need you, and I'm not taking no for an answer. So look at your calendar. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Choose a date. So this could have been your show. Don't say I'm busy at 8 o'clock. No, because you're always here at 8 o'clock. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Pick a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in all of March. And we want you here for Women's History Month. Hey, if you're just tuning in, this is an Ask Me Anything Friday. So just ask me any questions that you have. And if you don't have any questions, then you are free to go and go back to conducting business. Yes, Naya, I'm talking to you. Do you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? Naya, the ladies need you. You're an inspiration to younger girls who are watching, especially being a vet. You've lived like 4 different lifetimes. You've accomplished more in one lifetime that some people sadly don't accomplish in one lifetime. So your story needs to be told and shared. Great morning, Miss Bernadette. This is an Ask Me Anything Friday. So if you don't have any questions, you are free to go and prepare those wonderful meals for your catering service. This is an Ask Me Anything Friday. So no topics, just waiting to see if we have any. And if we don't have any questions by 8:15, we will shut this puppy down and wish you guys a great weekend. Naya, you don't have to think about it. Just type yes. Just type yes in the comments, Naya. Just type yes. The world needs you. Naya, this is God, and God is speaking to you through Wes Walters. Do it for God. She got off. Hey guys, if you're just tuning in, this is an Ask Me Anything Friday. So if you don't have any questions, then you are free to go and conduct business and start your business. It's 8 o'clock on the East Coast, so you should be up and running, if not opened, prepping to be opened. Yes, Naya, don't think about it. I'm not sure you got off while I was talking, but Naya, this is God, and God is speaking to you through Wes Walters, and you should be on his show. A lot of young girls will benefit from it. Hey, great morning. If you're just tuning in, this is an Ask Me Anything Friday. So ask me anything. You have free group coaching. And if you don't have any questions, we'll knock it, shut it down at 8:15. Ask Me Anything Friday. Ask Me Anything Friday. I'm actually going to be presenting on the. I'm actually going to be presenting today at 3:30 Eastern. Question: are customers always right? Great question, Miss Bernadette. Naya said, I'll think about it. Don't think about it, just be about it. Naya, don't think about it, being about it. You're experiencing what's called analysis paralysis. Should I be? Shouldn't I? Just come to the end of the dock and I will push you. Don't think about it. Can you swim? Yes, good. Come to the dock and I will push you. Don't think about it. Is the water cold? Is the water hot? Should I put my toe in first? What if there's sharks? What if there's dolphins? The question is, can you swim? Yes. Come to the dock. I got you. All right, cool. So question from on Facebook from Miss Bernadette. She asks, the question is, the customer always right? Great question, Miss Bernadette. No, the customer is not always right. Comma, not period. The customer is not always right, comma. Now, it is important to you and your staff to know, and this needs to be established in the onboarding process, in your morning meetings. Everyone on the team should know. Let me put this on. So everyone on the team should know that the customer is not always right. However, in the face of the customer, we are here to appease the customer. Everyone on your team should know this. This should be embedded into the culture that in front of the customer, our job is to appease the customer. So there should never be a time where, I am totally against throwing other employees under the bus. I'm not for that at all. However, in the face of the customer, your employees should know that, hey, we are appeasing the customer. Now, so this is a loaded question, Ms. Brenner. There's not a simple yes or no. That's what I said. No comment. Now, the customer is not always right. However, your job as a business owner and a manager is not to win an argument. If the customer has an issue, your job is not to, well, I'm going to go over there and show them who's boss, and I'm going to show them this is my business and I can do it how I want to do it. If they don't like it, then that's not your job, and that should not be your tone or your position. Your job as a business owner, manager, as you approach a table or you approach a customer that's not happy, you are coming as a problem solver, as a solution. So all of that to say is that the customer is not always right. But if the customer is wrong, you want the customer to be wrong with dignity. You want the customer to be wrong with dignity. You don't want the customer to feel after the conversation with you, they feel belittled, they feel dehumanized, and they feel like they've lost their dignity. So the customer is not always right. But if the customer is wrong, when the customer is wrong, the customer should be wrong with dignity. And your employees know that, hey, we are in character. We are in character. We are in like at Disney, they say these are cast members. As cast members, we're acting. And the act that we are conducting is we are here to appease our customers. Now, when we get to the back of the kitchen, when we get in the back hall, when we get in the back meeting, we will break it down and be like, hey, look, she was tripping, Johnny was bad, but in the face of the customer, your job is not to win an argument. Your job is to win the customer over. Your job is to win the customer over, not win an argument. So even when they're not wrong, you put your humble hat on and say, hey, I'm going to be humble and appease. Again, I know it's hard. You're like, really? Yes, because some customers are jerks. Yes, some customers are jerks. Some customers, you're like, you know what? I don't need your money. Don't come back. But even if that customer doesn't come back, it spreads. They don't keep that information to themselves. They're like, Miss Bernadette is an awful person and don't ever do business with them. It's like in this day and age, information travels. Good news travels fast. Bad news travels even faster. So as a business owner, this is the cross that you have to carry. Sometimes you got to just take one for the team. Sometimes you just got to zip your mouth and say, you know what? I'm going to lose this battle, but I'm going to win the war. The war is financial stability. The war is gaining loyal customers. Because if your stuff is good, even if they don't like you, they will still come. When your stuff is that good, we don't like you, but we're still coming. Like, look at Arthur Ashe. Arthur Ashe, when he faced what he faced going through the time he was playing tennis, there's a lot of people that didn't like him, but he was so good, unstoppable. Look at Jimi Hendrix. A lot of people didn't really like Jimmy, but he was so good. Like, let your work be so good that even though I don't like you, I have never seen someone play a guitar like that, and you're the greatest. So even if they don't like you, if your stuff is that good, they will still support you. And that's your job. That's the war that you want to win. Not I went over there and I showed him who's boss. Yeah, this is my business. Not a good look. All right, so great question. Miss Bernadette says she got it. Excellent. Excellent question, Miss Bernadette. Excellent question. Great question. All right, it's 8:11. At 8:15, if we have no more questions, we will shut this bad boy down. This is an Ask Me Anything Friday. Don't be shy. I see you on here. All right, boom, another question. So I had a customer, I had this customer sampled everything, then stated she doesn't like anything, but asked me for a business card. Oh, Miss Bernadette, I blame this. It's because of the country you're in. You're in the country of Florida. That's what happens. This is a classic example of there are two places in the world where people are just not that right. Boogie Down Bronx and the country of Florida. People from the Bronx and people from the country of Florida are just different, right? So Ms. Bernadette said, I had a customer that sampled everything. Let me have some of that. Oh my God. I don't like anything here. This stuff is, well, but let me have your business card anyway. That's a Floridian. There's no problem here. This is a classic example of a Floridian. People from Florida, I'm only playing. If you're just tuning in and you're in Florida, I have a sense of humor, so don't be upset, please. I mean, it's a joke. People get all sensitive. It's a joke. So I had this customer that had sampled everything, then stated she doesn't like anything, but asked me for a business card. Again, that lets you know that she wanted a free meal and she's going to do business with you eventually. So that's that. So people still have business cards? I mean, that's amazing. I mean, I still have business cards, but I can't, like, when I get rid of these, I'm not buying any more business cards. It's just pretty much people are just scanning your IG now. So I'm interested that you have, but you have a brick and mortar, so you need a business card. All right, here's a question from Miss Dorsey. I have never received a customer complaint. Does that mean my service is satisfactory? Great question. Great question. So let me ask you this. You've never received a complaint. Have you received praise? Are the reviews like, oh my God, Miss Dorsey's K&J Beauty Supply is the best? Let me know, Miss Dorsey. Oh, Miss Bernadette said she didn't have any money to buy. Exactly. She got a free me. Listen, the word's out. Go to Miss Bernadette if you don't have any money you want to sample. You probably I need to see the size of your samples, because I think that you're giving out free meals with your samples. Nah, your sample sizes need to be smaller. I need to see, take a picture and send me the sample size, because I mean, if your sample sizes are if they're gonna satisfy it after leaving your business, then your sample sizes are too big. I'm hoping you're not giving them a saucer. It needs to be a souffle cup. Obviously, I don't have one now, but you need to get the small plastic souffle cups. They're real tiny. I mean, I think they're like, what, 3 ounces, if that. But you do not need to be given samples in a plate. Your samples need to be in a small plastic souffle cup. So please tell me you're not giving away samples in a plate. All right, boom. So the question was again, should I aim to post content daily on social media for my business? Absolutely, not just once. The minimum twice a day. The minimum twice a day, not once a day. Not once a day, at least twice a day, the minimum. And video content trumps everything. Pictures are good, but video content trumps everything. And it doesn't have to be edited. It doesn't have to be the polished with lower thirds and graphics. No, just, hey, we are here. We just got a new shipment of that, what's the brand? That Vivica Fox weave. And we are, here's my team. We're unpacking and we're going to be ready and open bright and early at 8 o'clock to serve you with that new Vivica Fox weave. So it doesn't have to be edited. Behind the scene content. Hey, here at us, this is Johnny. Johnny ordered 5 boxes of that pink moisturizer that Wes used to use in 1986. And Johnny, we're shipping it out to you right now. Have no problem. So it doesn't have to be edited. Just daily content and video praise trumps everything. All right, cool. Lots of praises. Okay, cool. So the Ms. Dorsey says lots of praises. So the question was, I haven't received a customer complaint. Does this mean that my business is satisfactory? It does not mean that. And my follow-up question to that was, were you receiving positive feedback? And Ms. Dorsey said, yes, lots of praises. So here it is. It doesn't mean that, and you're pretty new. You haven't even been you haven't been open a year yet. So you're new. You're new. Here it is. Even when you do receive a negative feedback, even when you do, that's when, so in other words, you're giving people what they're paying for. Right now, everybody's like, hey, like Tupac used to say, I gave you 12 songs, you give me $12. I don't owe you nothing. We're fine. Everything is okay. They give, you give. Everybody's fine. Hey, I pay for weave. I get weave. I'm happy. I ask for cream. I go in there, I buy the shea butter. She gave me shea butter. I'm happy. Once you have a service failure, when something goes wrong, whether someone ordered something online and it went to the wrong address, or your team sent they ordered shea butter, they sent cocoa butter. When there's a service failure and how you recover, that lets you know that, okay, you're no longer you're no longer average, but you're above average. So right now, in your mind, you're average, and it's okay. So I don't want you to think that average is the end of the world. At the end of the world, all you have to do to be in business and be successful is be above average consistently. This is it. So this is not a bad thing that, oh my God, no, you're not average. You're average because all the data says we're good. You're good. Now, good is okay, but good is the enemy of great. So you want to be great. You will have an opportunity to prove that you're great when there's a service failure. It simply means that your customers are like beauty supply store owners. I mean, beauty supply customers, the average transaction is 7 minutes, so in and out in 7 minutes. So they might not have the time to be like, oh, I'm gonna give a great review. They're like, hey, this is real simple. I pay for the pink moisturizer. Give me the pink moisturizer. I'm on my way. I don't have time for a result. So they're not, your customer, your clientele might not be in a position or even have the psyche of your customers is like a review for pink moisturizer. I don't have the time. I'm good. Hey, just keep giving me the pink moisturizer. I keep giving you the $5 and we're good. You're great. No problem. In their mind, that's the way they perceive it. You as a business owner who you're a greater judge of yourself, which you should, you're like, are we okay? How are we doing? No, you're doing fine. Trust me. Trust me. If you wasn't doing okay, they would let you know. They would let you know. As you continue to stay in business long enough, not if, but when, you will have a service failure. It doesn't mean it's the end of the world. It's how you recover from that service failure. You want to literally nip it in the butt. If someone has a problem, remember I talked about the concession box, giving your team whatever that number is, starting with the $2 or $5 a day, whatever it is. If you have 5 employees, if you let them know each employee you have $2 a day, so that's $10 a day. $10 that if someone has a problem, you can pull from the concession box to make it right without having to ask, may I speak to the manager? As that happens, as that continues to happen, you will have a service failure where there will be, hey, I'm not happy. The way you nip that in the butt quick before they even leave the store, before it gets to a review. You nip it in the butt because it doesn't have to be a review for it to be a service failure. No, your job is to nip it in the butt before it gets, you don't want it to get to a review because when it gets to a review, it's going to, even if you rectify it, they're probably going to not go back, and if it's a Google, delete the review. And some reviews you cannot delete. They're there, and they're going to be there until it's pushed down, until enough other reviews push it down. So your goal is not to have negative reviews. If they have a problem, nip it in the butt right there. Confirm, ask them, hey, are you happy? Did I resolve this situation? Are you happy right now? All right, just to be sure that you're safe and you don't get amnesia when you leave, here's a coupon. And come back and ask for me. All right, so you want to nip it in the butt before it gets to a review. If it gets to a review, then of course the way you deal with that, you of course you reply to the review and get them off. If they're disgruntled, if they're unhappy, get them off and on the phone. Do not go back. Even going back to Ms. Bernadette's question, even if they're wrong, even if they're lying, they're like, look, this is I'm a Muslim, and the fish had pork stuffed in it. The fish was wrapped in bacon, even if it's a blatant lie, because you're a Muslim too, so you don't even serve bacon. But even then, if they just lie, they're just like, okay, it's a lie, and they're posting, she's serving tilapia wrapped in bacon. Even if it's a lie, say, hey, I'm sorry that you experienced that. Here's my number. Get them offline. Do not challenge them online. You are digging a hole which you will not be able to get out of. It's only going to be the only thing that gets bigger when you take away from it is a hole. Don't add to the hole. Don't take away from the hole. All right. Hopefully I answered that question, Ms. Dorsey. Great question, by the way. Great question. Great question. All right, it's 8:22. If we don't have any more questions by 8:30, I will wish you guys a great weekend. But Ms. Dorsey, have no fear. Continue to stay in business, and you will have a service failure. Doesn't mean that you don't beat up on your team if it happens. It's an opportunity to shine when you have a service failure. It's an opportunity to show really what separates you from a Sally's. Right then is when the customers are going to be like, okay, you know what? She's got me. I'm loyal because she did this and this and what? Yeah. Matter of fact, let me pull up share this with you guys. I was going to share this in my Instagram post, but I'm going to show you this right quick before we go. I'm going to show you this real quick about how talking about the customer experience. And this customer, all right, cool. She got, how do you feel about secret shoppers? How do you feel about secret shoppers in a comment box? Effective or not? Very effective. By the way, great question. Wes Walters and Associates, we provide secret shoppers. Ours is called UCX, which is Undercover Customer Experience. So that is one of the things that we provide. Secret shoppers are very, very vital because it allows you to see the businesses from the customer's point of view. If you have these pens and you're like, why are these pens not moving? These pens, we thought they were going to do well. With a secret shopper, you realize that the pens are not shopping because the pens are not moving because the pens are on the left side of the store, and everyone, when they enter the store, 90% of the customers gravitate to the right. So that's what secret shoppers does. I mean, it's not just from an employee point of view, but it actually shows you how customers naturally gravitate and move throughout your store. You're like, why are these pens not selling? I had great expectations. It's because the data would prove that most of the participants, most of the customers that enter your store enter and veer to the right. You have them to the left. If you simply move those pens to the right, boom, sales go up. Also, what secret shoppers do is allows you to look at that employee that you swear on. Jackie, oh, Jackie is the best. Jackie loves this business. Jackie really, really, really represents and is my go-to person. That allows you to see Jackie from a customer's point of view. The secret shoppers allows you, or the undercover customer experience, the way we provide it, allows you to see Jackie, how she operates when you're not there. Or the secret shopper like myself, I walk in, Jackie's like, oh, he ain't nobody. He bald headed. So Jackie might remain on her phone because, oh, Miss Dorsey, she's gone for the day. Oh, listen, trust me. Look, news flash, Miss Dorsey, news flash. Your employees are a totally different type of employees when you're not there. I know it's hard to believe. Just trust me on this one. As much as they love you, as much as they're great people, as much as they swear about K&J Beauty Supply, when you're there, it's a different vibe. When you're not there, it's different. I don't care how cool of a manager you are, how cool of a business owner you are. You're a Delta, they're a Delta 2. You're AKA, they're AKA 2. You're Zeta, they're Zeta. It doesn't matter. When you're not there, it's a different type of employee. Different type. Like the Wes my mother knew is not the Wes that I was when I was in school. Like, hey, I come home, I'm a choir boy. I'm not saying I was a bad student, by no way. But let's just keep it transparent. My mother, eventually, let's keep it 100. You guys are here because of my authentic self. So I tried weed in high school. Yeah, there's no shame. I tried weed in high school. My mother, someone had asked my mother, do you think, have Wes tried weed? Oh, no, not my Wes. Oh, not baby Wes. Oh, no, weed are for Rastas. Wes is not a Rasta. If anyone had asked my mother that would have been the response, because I had done a great job in painting, not a painting, but I know there was a home Wes and there was a out the house Wes. So now, did both of those Wes's exist? Of course, my mother gave birth to, and she knew the Wes at home. But when I got on my bike and I went down to the basketball court and I got around my peers that had a greater influence on me, totally different Wes. The things that young boys would say and talk about and do and try weed. So totally different type of employees. The other Ms. Dorsey said, totally true. She understands. Yeah, so they're totally different. And that's what, going back to the original question, that's why secret shoppers are so important. Or again, not secret shoppers. If you go to weswaltercx.com, it's called Undercover Customer Experience. And I think you're in South Carolina. We'll come to South Carolina. We will come to South Carolina and we will come to the country of Florida, Ms. Bernadette. Yes, so the secret shoppers of the Undercover Customer Experience gives you there are two benefits. Again, it shows you how customers interact to the feng shui of your store and how things are placed. And it also gives you a perspective of, like, if I was to come in as a secret shopper, or I would have, or say, if your business is primarily African Americans, I might send a Becky in there or a Karen. How does your team treat people that don't look like them? I might send a someone who's from the LGBT community. Again, it doesn't matter how you feel. I don't care how you feel about people that don't look like you. Let's get it twisted. Let's get it clear. You can have your feelings, but the customer doesn't need to know that. You keep that to yourself. If you cannot keep that to yourself, you don't need to be in business. So I am not the moral police and telling you how you should feel. You don't like Christians. Good for you. You don't like Muslim. Right on. You don't like people from New York. Pound. You don't like people from California. Hey, props. You could not like who you don't like. I don't care. But the customer should never know that. And if you cannot do that, then you shouldn't be in business. Then you should just run stuff out of your trunk. Customers are part of the transaction, and the money is that they're paying for world-class treatment. If you can't do that because you can't control your ego, then you should not be in business. And I mean that. Miss Dorsey said, I would love to use you. Won't he do it? What they do in the poet clubs, they They do they do this. They don't clap in the poetry. See, you guys don't remember. You guys have been in COVID so long, you forgot how it is at a poetry club. At a poetry club, let me enlighten you guys. They don't clap. They do this. So Miss Dorsey said, I would love to use you. What city are you? What state are you in, Miss Dorsey? What state are you in? Hey, if you're tuning in, we're just doing an Ask Me Anything Friday. So Miss Kathy, if you have any questions, just ask away. What city and state are you in, Miss Dorsey, Miss Tanisha Dorsey? Dothan, Alabama. Oh, that's right down the street. Man, DM me immediately. Send me a DM. That's right down the street. Yes, we do. We do the regional states, and of course, if you're in another state, yeah, of course, if you're willing to cover the flights, then of course we do all 50 states, even the Caribbean and Africa. If you're in Nigeria watching this and you need a UCX done, just DM me and we'll cover that. ASAP. She said ASAP. Well, let's start March off the way it needs to be. Let's start off Women's History Month with a UCX done on your team. They will never see it coming. DM me immediately after the show. All right, it's 8:32. At 8:35, if we don't have any more questions, we're going to shut it down. Great questions today, though. Great questions. Every time I think, see, that's why I do these Ask Me Anything for Fridays, because we have great questions, and it's not so much about me pushing my agenda, pushing my topics on you. I like to see what you guys are thinking. What are you guys struggling with? So to be honest, the Ask Me Anything Fridays are the most engaging shows. So the data, in data we trust. The data says Ask Me Anything Fridays or Ask Me Anything shows are the best, and that's why we're doing them. Tax season, yes. Say no more. We will be there. Dothan is right down the street. That's right down the street. Dothan is like, I can see you right now in Dothan. Like, there you, hey, Miss Dorsey, how you do? Like, Dothan is right there. Like you're right, literally right there. That ain't nothing. That's a skip. That's a skip. Any more questions? Yeah, definitely. Miss Dorsey, shoot me a. And the other Miss Dorsey, Tanisha, Dorsey number one. If you need that, like I think you're in South Carolina. That's right there. We'll be there too. Say no more. Say no more. Any more questions? Any more questions? Any more questions? If you have questions, this is free group coaching. Again, I want you guys to see the power of group coaching is that even if you didn't ask a question, you're benefiting from the question that somebody else asks. That's the power of group coaching. And you get it live in real time. Any more questions? Do me a favor before you guys give me a share on this. Give me a share. And again, I totally understand and respect your brand. So you don't have to keep it up there. Delete it in 24 hours. But just share it now. And if it's not in line with your brand, I respect that. Just delete it. Because I know my friends, they'd be like, hey, Wes, can you share this Noni Juice video for me? And because they're my friends, I got to take one for the team and I share it. But I let them know, hey, in 24 hours, because I don't co-sign your Noni Juice, I delete it. So just give me a share right now. And I know if it's not in line with what you stand for, if you don't like the way I look, if you don't like blue and gray, then you can delete it in 24 hours. But just give me a share right now if you don't mind. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. So much. Any more questions? 8:35. I'm going to give you guys 120 more seconds. 2 more minutes. And if not, I would wish you a great weekend. Great weekend. Great weekend. I think I had given Miss Dorsey and the original Miss Dorsey and Miss Bernadette some homework in regards to what they were going to do to their employees. Do you guys remember what the homework was? It was 2 weeks ago. Every week I kept forgetting, but I told you guys to start doing something immediately with your employees. Did you guys, Miss Bernadette, well done. Do you remember what that homework was? Miss Dorsey, did you remember what that homework was? I said, hey, this is what I need you to implement with your employees. It was about 2 weeks ago, like 6 shows ago. Oh, I know what I was showing you guys. Oh, so I was like, why is this open? Why is this open? Boom, 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 boom. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys, right? To let you know about us like this. Let me read this for you guys. Then I'm going to let you guys go, all right? Let me read this for you. Hold on. Before you go, I want to read this to you. I'm going to read this. All right, so here it is. This is the letter. Hold on. Let me be sure that. Let me be sure. Hold on. Boom. All right, cool. Great. Good. Want to be sure that nothing pops up that ain't supposed to pop up. You know, you got to be clear. This is a kids only show, kids friendly show, right? So here is a letter from my wife bought some jewelry. And again, I'm not promoting Julie Marie. She's not an endorsement. She's not a sponsor for the show. But when companies do good work, they get recognized. All right. So she did great work. So my wife ordered something, jewelry and accessories from her, right? And here it is. It says, if you guys can't read it, I'm gonna read it for you. It says, "Hi, Deidre. I have included a check for your full cost of your earrings." So this lady sent a check, the full cost of your earrings and shipping. I have also included a similar pair of custom mades for you at no charge. So, hey, she sent the money back for the earrings that I'm assuming my wife ordered some earrings that she didn't like. And instead of sending it back, she was like, no. Here's your money back, one. And I've also created some new custom earrings just for you. So Deidre ordered some earrings, didn't like them. Say, hey, Julie Marie, don't like the earrings. What's the return policy? She's like, look, no problem. Here's the money back for your problems of not being satisfied. And by the way, here is something. Remember the free prize inside that the ones who follow this show know what I'm talking. Like, this is gibberish to most people. Like, what is he talking about? The ones who follow know about the free prize inside. They know about when something goes wrong, you have to not only go bring them back to zero, but overcompensate. So this letter signifies this. Maybe Julie Marie watches the show. Maybe she does. Julie Marie, if you're out there and you watch the show, let it be known, because this is too fishy. You can't be implementing everything that I teach and not give me credit. At least, Julie Marie, if you're here, at least say I watched the show. Anyway, so here it is. Ordered some earrings, didn't like the earrings. Julie Marie said, hey, here's your money back and some new earrings. They're free on me, whether you like it or not. So let me finish reading. I have included a similar pair of custom made just for you at no charge. Again, I truly apologize that the original earrings were no longer available. No. Oh my goodness. So she ordered some earrings and they were not available, but I'm assuming, I guess she didn't get them in time, or they were not. I guess she ordered them. The transaction. So this is what I'm assuming happened. So she ordered the earrings online, and the money came out of her account. And then eventually, when Julie checked her inventory, they were no longer available. So Julie sent back the money and some more earrings. Again, I'm truly sorry that the earrings were not available. Your business means so much to me, and I thank you. Sorry for the inconvenience this may have caused you. Sincerely, Julie Marie. Again, honest mistake. She didn't say, hey, here's your money back. We're fair. No, she was like, here's your money back. And for your inconvenience, here's some free earrings. That's what I'm talking about. This case wasn't exactly, the customer's not always right. But this is, again, where when something goes wrong, when there's a service failure, Miss Dorsey number one, when there's a service failure, your job is not to bring them back. Giving her back her money is bringing her back to zero. That's only bringing her back to zero. Giving her back her money, she lost the money back to zero. You want to go into the positive numbers now. Make sense? So perfect example. All right, cool. Miss Dorsey says, first of all, Miss Bernadette is in trouble. She says, I don't recall implementing what you told me to do. Well, since you were not paying attention in class that day, the homework was, were you praising your employees publicly for that week? Miss Dorsey, star student, she said, yes, I was praising my employees publicly. Miss Bernadette, the homework was, were you begin for that week to praise your employees publicly. So obviously Miss Bernadette gets an F because she said, I don't even remember what the homework was. Maybe she was hanging out with Wes in high school. I'm playing. Listen, that's it. It's 8:41. Listen, I wish you guys an amazing weekend. Not hopefully. That's an everyday. You see the comeback? You see the comeback? You're like, well, that's an everyday thing for me. I praise them every day. I don't need to pick a special week. You still got an F for the homework. You didn't do the homework because here it is. You said, I don't even recall what the homework was. Don't come back and clean it up talking about, well, I do homework every day. No, you had that 1 week to go above and beyond. Whatever you do every day, do more. F for Miss Bernadette. I know the people who are tuning in and they're like, this guy is a jerk. No, I have a sense of humor. Please. It is. I know. I get carried away. I have too much fun doing these things because I think that the people that are watching are only people who know me. And they're like, oh my God, he's so rude. He's talking about Florida. And he gave her an F in public. Nah, come on. See, Miss Bernadette knows me. She knows I have a sense of humor. So she's not offended. Please, the sensitive people, don't get turned off. It's okay. The person who I was dissing, she's LOLing. It's okay. It's really okay. And she loves it. You see that? She loves the sense of humor. Anyway, listen, I wish you guys a great weekend. It is like, man, either these lights are crazy hot or it must be hot outside because I'm sweating. Anyway, happy weekend. I know you guys are going to make money over the weekend. And if you're open and, have a great weekend, make some money and see you guys. Brandon. Oh, Monday. Oh, how could I go? Monday, we have a special guest. Monday, we're going to be sipping wine at 8 o'clock in the morning. Yes. Have your wine glasses on Monday because we're sipping wine on Monday morning. Yes, I'm letting you know at 8 o'clock on Monday, we will be sipping wine. Now, what you can do is you can put it in a metal cup where nobody can tell what's in it. So I will have my wine in a metal cup. Now, I'm going to show you my wine. But if you're around people and you're going to be like, oh my God, she's an alcoholic. Look at her drinking wine at 8 o'clock in the morning. Like, how could you? So to avoid that, or Miss Dorsey in Dothan, Alabama, it's 7 o'clock there. You can put it in one of these handy dandy metal cups. And unless they're Superman, they can't see what's in it. You can be like, oh, it's red tea, not green tea, but red tea. Anyway, see you guys on Monday. Have an excellent guest on Monday. I'm going to be talking about wine and the launching of a new brand, the USVI Wine Company. The USVI Wine Company, the United States Virgin Islands Wine Company, and two powerful sisters that are doing their thing. And we can't wait to have them here on Monday. Peace, and see you guys on Monday.